What's up, everybody? Welcome to Test Drive. My name's Taryn, this is MTG Traders, and let's have some fun. Have some fun today. Going well, going well. How's it going, Taryn in chat? It's going pretty good, Magic. More people need to play me in standard MTG. Maybe in the future. I'm actually not using a green screen today. This will be like kind of like moving forward. I wanted to kind of get away from it because I didn't really I don't know, think it was necessary now. I started decorating the background, but I'll have more lights over here soon. But enough about that. Let's get into the deck. This is sent from us, I think from, is it Hunter Wilson? Did I just say that in the chat? Wilson Hunter, that was his name. That was part of the Pro Tour Ixalan over the weekend, and it's mono-white vampires. Although I don't really think it could be considered mono-white vampires. It should just be mono-white monument, honestly, because there are some creatures in here that aren't vampires, which is weird. So no green screen is good. Awesome. Let's see. We have 2 Duskborn Sky Marcher, 4 Legion's Landing, 4 Adanto Vanguard, then 4 Avery Mechanic, then 4 Metallic Mimic, 4 Legion Conquistador, 3 Mavrin Fane, and then we have 1 Thopter Arrest, which I thought was interesting, 4 Orchestra's Monument, 2 Cast Out, 3 Ixalan's Binding, and 3 Angel of Invention. Love the new green screen. This isn't a green screen. This is just my background. Just my actual like room. Then in the sideboard here we have 2 Fragmentize, 4 Glorybound Initiate. I'm assuming this would be in the slot for Adanto Vanguard if we're running into a situation where we need life gain instead. 2 Thopter's Arrest, 1 Aethersphere Harvester, 1 Gideon's Intervention, 1 Angel of Sanctions, and then we have 4 Dusk to Dawn, which I think is interesting. Let me reorganize that a little. There we go. Cool. Make sure everything looks spiffy. Alright, let's get right into it, guys. It was a green screen. I was assuming it was a nice backdrop you'd hang up. No, it was a green screen, Dalton. Let's get right into it. Really think should splash black for Bantu's Monument, Yahini. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I looked at this deck list, and it seems like it doesn't need it, but we'll see what happens in the actual matches here. Of course, this isn't just against a boring Pro Tour meta. This is against, you know, whatever we run into. But it did have some good luck in testing before I decided to go with it. I think this is a keep here. We'll keep. Hey, Metallic Mimic, can't wait for it to get out of standard. There's a lot of cards in that Kaladesh Aether Revolt block that I can't wait to get out of standard personally. Let's get out of Legion's Landing here, and then we're going to pass. When the camera shakes, kind of dizzy. Okay, Keno, yeah. That was the... Oh, no. Aw. Let's go back into the thing here. It's a mid-deck. That was the one thing that I kind of had, like, I was worried about. Was that, like... It's connected to my desk, and I might need to, like, move it or something off my desk. So whenever I, like, touch the desk, it doesn't shake the camera. That's the only thing I was worried about. And here we see Terran in his natural environment. That's true. That's true. Our opponent decided to drop on us, so... Yet another reason to get into leagues eventually. Oh, before we actually get 1-0, no. Before we get into the actual streams and like the actual matches and stuff, I wanted to tell everyone that I would not be streaming Thursday and Friday of this week because I'm going to a wedding out of state. But no worries. We might actually have some people hopping in for the stream later this week, so I'll keep you posted on that. But I won't be streaming on Thursday and Friday, sadly. So the Fan Fridays list, I updated it on the actual pin post, but they'll be moved to next Friday. And then I'll just do like an extra long stream to do 2 decks. That way it's not, you know, messing everybody up. Earthquake. Yeah, okay, now that's the one thing I needed to figure out what to do about the situation here is that my camera is connected to my my desk. And with the green screen, you can't tell that there's an earthquake. But with this, you definitely can, so... Not an earthquake, but like just me shaking it. Play first, yes. Hey man, had fun playing against you before the stream. Nice. Oh, what's up, Travis? Yeah. Yeah, you'll see my opening hands here are not that great. Again, this deck, Hunter had 22 lands in the deck, and I'm using his exact list here. And I just don't think 22 is enough. Hope it's Mario guest hosting. No. Wedding is good. More foods. Advance. Congrats. Let's see. Hope we conquest some games, if that's even a word, yeah. How much you missed? You haven't missed much, Rod. I've just been jibber-jabbering while we set up for our turns for our opponent here. Gotcha. Alright, come on, opponent. Gonna give our opponent probably the old 30-second. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. We're gonna keep this. On top, that's fine. It's got planes, and then we're going to pass here. He plans for some Panharmonicon brews. What am I, Saffron Olive? I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's probably in the future. Would love to do that. Panharmonicon and some Anointed Procession, like in the same deck. You think that's possible? I feel like that's possible. Got a Vraska last week and a booster. Can't figure out what the deck put her in. Sultai Energy? That's about it. Attuned with Aether, we're up against an energy deck here. Opponent. Let's see. Mulligan to 6, drew into 7, I believe, right? Or kept her, the opening hand. Got a swamp out of that. Let's get out a Sheffet Dunes here. And then try for a Metallic Mimic first. Adanto Vanguards are really, really terrible against a Whirler Virtuoso, so... Let's get out a Vampire on this right here. So this way these guys can come in as 2/2s and attack in as... or attack in for 4/2. Pass turn. Just got to see if Metallic Mimic lasts the turn, though. Usually it's going to get Harness Lightning in the first turn. Opponent drawing into its 8th card in hand. Or their 8th card in hand. Played Terran's Merfolk deck. Yeah, Elliot, you had all the removal necessary to beat that deck. But that was a $10 deck, though, so I'm going to be doing a deck on it this week. I'm really excited because that deck is so cheap. And it can win on, like, turn 6. If it, like, has no removal against it or something like that. Long Tusk Cup coming in. 6 cards in our opponent's hand. 2 energy thanks to Attune with Aether. Attune with Aether, I think, was like, what, like 63% of the meta in the Pro Tour over the weekend? Like your backdrop, nice books. Where do you work out at the library? Kevin, these aren't actual books. These are video games. Those are all video games back there. I'll be doing closer up videos with like critique videos with that in the background. So I would keep that in mind. Let's get out a monument here, and then we're just going to take 2, probably 3. But yeah, those are just video games in the back there. Love the Mario RPG music. Awesome, Magic. Again, I got to figure out what I want to do with the camera here. Probably going to get it on a tripod again like I did previously. I really like where it's at. I just I need to make sure it's not shaking like a crazy person. I'm not a loot. And then we're going to make 2 Adanto Vanguards. And then Burning Energy then, I guess, yeah, to get that extra points of damage in is fine. Ixalan's Binding is going to help us a lot here to grab that Long Tusk Cup if we need to. Does get 3 energy from that. Let's see. Legion Conquistador. Let's get out a Adanto Vanguard here. Going to get a 1/1 out of that so we can start blocking for days. We could use the Legion Conquistador here to make a 3/3, as well as clean out our deck of the Conquistador. I think that's fine. Good morning. My first time on your live stream, but I've viewed all of your other vids. Nice. Deck is pretty good. Had it to beat it on Saturday to get the top 8 at my local PT. Nice. I didn't know that. That's awesome. This deck is a lot of fun. Though for me, I think the mana base is a little slim. I think I would rather have a 23, maybe 24 on the land drops. But using Legion Conquistador here to kind of like thin out your deck is smart. So, all right. And then we'll just pass here. Turn 4, we have a board of 5 things. Goodness. I grab some food. How's the gaming faring? Pretty good. We're on game 1 against, looks like Sultai Energy. Haven't seen the other color yet. Vamp with approach, second win condition. That's scary. Let's see here. Elliot refuses to play energy because he plays 2 patrol thoughts. Oh my gosh. Stop to patrol, you mean? Winding Constrictor coming down now. Ouch. This long test cup is going to get massive. However, we can just chump block it for days until we get to 4 mana for our Ixalan's Binding. If they decide, yeah, they decide to tap that down, so we would really need to get into a mana here for Ixalan's Binding on the long test cub. I think that's fine. Since they don't have a Blossoming Defense available, thanks to the green mana being tapped. What's up, Herman? We're in match 1, game 1, so we just started. Technically, Legion's Landing, Archie running 23/26 lands. Yes, we are. The thing is, though, is that you need to, of course, attack with 3 creatures to get the Legion's Landing to flip. The problem with that, Thopter Arrest is actually quite good here for us. We're gonna use Thopter Arrest here. Because when it enters battle, exile target artifact or creature and opponent controls. So it's basically, what was the card in Zendikar? It's gonna grab the 4/4 here. Just doesn't have flash, so it's the only bad thing about it. We could get him for a 3/3 here. I think that's fine. Of course, we could have attacked that with Danto Vanguard as well. Just wanting to make sure in case they had a kill spell for a warrior here, or a Vanguard, we might not want to use the indestructible spell, or indestructible ability here to lose life. If they had a fatal push here, we want to make sure we block the Glensleeve Siphoner. If you load up a deck with enough removal to beat energy, you fail versus blue-black control. I agree with that. Oblivion Ring? It wasn't Oblivion Ring. It was it Stasis Snare? Stasis Snare. Last point. That's right. Thanks for that. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Stasis Snare. Wow, we just hit 150. Nice. What's up, everybody? If you guys don't know, I stream Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the channel on YouTube. So make sure to like the video if you like it, or the stream if you like it. And subscribe to the channel, hit the bell right beside the subscription button to know when we upload a new video on the channel and when we go live on the stream. Again, right here on YouTube. Lifecrafter's Bestiary, okay. Interesting pick here. Is this just great, straight Golgari? Is that what this is? What do you think, O-Ring? I was thinking of Stasis Snare. That's what the card I was thinking of. Great. Our opponent here is basically in holding formation. We're going to be playing out probably Duskborn Skymarcher and a Adantu Vanguard. Let's do that. Reprint Reflector Mage. Aw, thanks. You are a helper. Pleasant Kenobi is live too. Let's get a Vanguard out. Yeah, we are losing a life thanks to this. But we'll be attacking out with 4 and 3 here. Look at this board state on turn 6. So nice. So nice. You guys remember something from the channel to be part of that Thought Patrol. Thopter Arrest here. So, you know, it's Thought Patrol. Our opponent is down to 9 here. I would say the best thing they can do now, instead of, I guess, losing this next turn thanks to a Alpha Strike, would be Bontu's Last Reckoning. Would that be it? With a tearing giggle. Whatever. Came for the Twilight puns. Aw. I don't have any Twilight puns. Low key, I really do like not Robert Downey Jr. Robert Patterson. Jesus. His other movies are fun. You know, and he was also Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter. Harry Potter. That's one of my favorite like books and movie series of all time. Still think we need to make a Terran Sticklers t-shirt. I'll get there. Blue Black Control got destroyed at the PPTQ at my local game store. The top 8 included 1 mono black aggro deck, myself with Round Up Red, 6 Teamer Energy. Ugh. You're the Architect of the Untamed. Ooh, interesting. Okay, this deck is doing something weird. I like it. I feel like if you're playing vampires, they have to be all foils so you can play sparkly vampires. I'll keep that in mind from now on. Whenever I make my my paper deck of this. Once Terran goes to a convention, we'll get t-shirts. I'll work on t-shirts, guys. Thopter arrest the real MVP of this match. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people think Attuned with Aether and Long Tusk Cub are... I think I had this on the group here. Josh, I think he's in the chat right now, but he said Long Tusk Cub was the most impressive. I would say Attuned with Aether is, because it really is what sets Long Tusk Cub off. But I think they're both great. He's completely tapped out. He's trying to get some energy here. We're just going to double block and kill the Glint Sleeve. Of course, he can make a 6/6 thanks to this. Let's see what we want to do here. Legion's Landing. That actually gives us a land here, so let's get Legion's Landing out. Play with Castlevania music. I did play Castlevania music during last week during Halloween, so I should have brought that in, but I was feeling more like mellow, you know, like Super Mario RPG. Let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get out with both of the Vanguards here. A Conquistador and our Sky Marcher. I believe that's good. Of course, Legion's Landing will flip, giving us another opportunity to use another Legion's Conquistador next turn. We want to probably kill this one. Creating a 6/6 here. Just a 6/6, right? Yeah, nothing else? Okay. What's up, Josh? How are we doing with the janky deck from the Pro Tour? It's pretty fun, Josh. That's why I picked it. We have this one, and I think later this week we'll be doing, I think, William Jensen's Mono Black aggro deck. Is that what he built? Let's see here. We're getting some blocks. Okay, we could lose a possible 8 life here. Opponent is completely tapped down. I don't mind dying to this, or actually this one right here. I think paying 4 life here is okay. That's fine. Going down to 6 here. Should be able to just do a Chef at Dunes and swing for the kill next turn if we can. If we get into a mana. Opponent gets a scry here. Didn't make it to the top 8, but it was pretty sweet. All 5 players running it did pretty well. Making it today too. Nice. Wait, new background. Vidaris, this is actually my like office slash like gaming room. So behind me is a bunch of like video games and consoles and like figures and all that kind of stuff. So I just decided to try and see if what would happen if I just did not do the green screen and just you know, fill it out. Taryn has a 5-star binder full of women's. Elliot, was that like a 2007 like Mitt Romney reference there? That's some old school stuff. What is happening? Oh, I didn't play Conquistador. I should have. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part, Tyler. I got distracted by the chat. That'll happen a lot. I think we're ahead, so we should be fine. Let's just see what our opponent does here. Opponent has 5 energy, so they're going to burn one here for an Aether Storm Rock. Okay. It's going to get him 2 energy back, so he'll be up to 6 to make another 6/6. Conquistador still seems weird to me. I feel like there has to be a better option. I don't know, man. It's basically a Squadron Hawk, but, you know, can't fly or do anything important. Avid Mind Sensor is good against the tune. I can agree with that. This is 2007. Elliot. In 2007, I was a junior in high school. That's some old school stuff. Opponent passing here. Let's see what we can do here if we can get into a mana. We got into it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can block everybody on the ground right now. We can get in for 3 in the air if we did Chef at Dunes. We won't be doing that. We can do Ixalan's Binding on the Architect here, but then it would trigger another beast to be made. We could Ixalan's Binding the Aetherstorm Rock here to make sure we don't get any air damage. As well as the tapping ability. I think that's probably the better play. And then just attack out with the Duskborn Skymarcher. Again, they're completely tapped out, so they don't have a Blossoming Defense to save them. 1 card in hand. We could do 2 Legion Conquistadors, but I think that would be just kind of foolhardy because they could use the ability here. Making 6/6s is not really as important to us, so we're going to play out the Ixalan's Binding on the Aetherstorm here. I think that's fair. Going to grab the Aetherstorm here. What's up, Weekend Geek? I just noticed that. Yeah, it's going to trigger that. Going to get some more energy. And then we're just going to attack out for 2 here in the air. I think that's, we're putting him to 4. Yeah, the monument with Legion Conquistador was okay, but like whenever the Aetherstorm Rock here, they can pay 2, put a +1/+1 counter, and tap up to 1 target creature defending player controls. So it makes it to 4/4, and they can tap a creature. So we only have 1 flyer right now, and I felt like that was more of a threat than their 6/6 dudes we can block all day. Test of concentration for Terran. Don't get distracted. It's hard. It's very difficult. Waiting on our opponent here to scry. Mono blue, 8 Fraying Insanities using Mirage Mirror. Ooh, that's spicy. Making a Glensieve Siphoner, perhaps? Oh no, just using the ability to draw some cards. Going to 3. Keep in mind we can't use Adonto, or not Adonto, but we can't use the Duskborn Skymarcher's pump ability on itself, so they can live another turn if they decide to continue to go wide. Of course, we could just use Chef at Dunes here and attack out with our 3/3 in the air. Just got to see if they have anything useful in their hand to block it. PT was a bit disappointing. Really showed the most pros weren't even testing decks besides Temur and Ramanep. Yeah. I still think Standard is quite fun and interesting, even though people are hating on it so much. I think Standard is really healthy right now, but again, like I think the Pro Tour is not really the place to show that. And so many people look to the Pro Tour as like, oh, this card needs to be banned because of the Pro Tour. And I'm just like, I mean, these guys, you know, they're playing at the professional level. They're going to be like trying to like boil down the format into a particular number of or sets of decks. That's why Modern is so difficult sometimes, because you have Modern tournaments where like random decks will win out of nowhere, and that's just because Modern is so wide open. It's much more casual, I would say, than a like a standard format where there's like very limited number of decks you could actually build that would be competitive. But there are just a bunch of really great players that just don't brew, and that's kind of the sad thing. The opponent is wanting to attack out here. They have 1 mana up. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to block here, block here, block here, block here. We're going to get to kill this guy if we can. Illegal block there. We're going to bring that and put this over here, just in case they have a Blossoming Defense, because we can just Chef at Dunes and kill them next turn. Now, if not, we'll be just doing Legion Conquistador a bunch of times in a row. Yeah, they're going to make a 6/6 here. Are you guys talking about the Fraying Sanity with the mirror? Let's see. Opponent has 1 card in hand. What could they possibly have? Perhaps a a Fatal Push in hand. A Fatal Push would kill the Duskborn here. As we were talking about earlier in Facebook Terran, I think even the Pro Tour is fine. There are 7 decks in the top 8. Yeah. Let's see. So if he has 1, 2, 3, if he has a Fatal Push, we die here if we try to attack out with the Duskborn. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think it would be relevant to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because we could do a Legion Conquistador and make another Legion Conquistador and make 4 dudes to block, but we would still be basically back at square one again. We could attack up with a Adanto Vanguard as well. I think that would be relevant. But I think, for the most part, we'll just be using Shephet Dunes here. Let's do Sacrifice the Desert here. Yeah, this will be very close. If he has a Fatal Push in hand, then we're just dead. If he doesn't, then we win. Let's see what happens here. Okay, cool. He doesn't. Woo! That was close. Let's go to sideboard here. Let's go to game 2. Way closer than I thought it would be. Make them show their hand. You talking about that guy that got disqualified over the weekend? Oh, man, that was so silly. He was playing against Luis Scott Vargas, too, which I feel like... But, I mean, like, even Luis Scott Vargas has said, or LSV has said, like, he's not going to help his opponent if they decide to do something illegal. Let's see. Solemnity would be good in this list. I think Thopter Arrest is actually quite good in this situation here. We're going to take out a Cast Out for that. And a... Legion... yeah, Legion's Landing. Ducks to Dawn might be actually good here too. Taking out perhaps 2 or a Angel of Intervention and Avery Mechanic, maybe. I think that might be worth it. Turn has a shelf behind its head. Yes. Who got disqualified? I can't remember his name. Wait, what happened to someone get someone disqualified? Josh, I can't remember the actual thing that got someone disqualified, like the actual way it happened. I think it was the next draw would have determined whether or not the opponent won or not, and he decided to flip the draw to show or something like that, and he got disqualified for showing it that way. I would recommend looking it up. It was really interesting and kind of like weird. Let's see. Yeah, I think 2 Dusk to Dawn actually might be good here. Let's take out an Angel and an Avery Mechanic, and I think that will be good for today. You're not running Authority of the Consoles or Sell the Wreckage. I am not Dr. Gigglesprout. This is the full list from Wilson Hunter from the Pro Tour, so I didn't change a single card on it because I really wanted to see how it would actually do in the wild. I very rarely just like straight up copy decks or play decks that other people have made on the stream, but today was kind of an exception because I was really interested in the deck. This is a great hand if we didn't have a Shephet Dunes. We're on the draw though. I'll keep. Is there no way to copy Fraying Sanity and Standard? So right, the Mirage Mirror doesn't mean you can't enter the battlefield and also use Fraying Sanity to copy or pick the opponent, right? Is that the reason? Yeah, Yao Zeal and his opponent, Luis Scott Vargas, reached the end of extra turns in a match that would, if played to the end of that turn, result in an unintentional draw. That's what it was. Pulled into the Thopter Arrest. That's fine. Let's get out a Legion's Landing here. Okay, we're going to pass turn here. Gonna hit 6 for our opponent here. Sun Petal Grove. Didn't see that last time. So they have white in this deck. Legion's Landing, or not Legion's Landing, Longtusk Cub, of course. Let's see. Let's get a Vanguard here. And then we'll just hold up for blocks if they decide to attack this turn. I have no problem double blocking here. Do you have a brew with the Guy's Cradle Land, or are you waiting for the next set to see what comes? Next set, absolutely. Here's a Tune with Aether. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to make it a 3-3 if he decides to attack in here. Again, a Tune with Aether. Such a crazy energy enabler here. If you're going to play at the competitive or pro level, I highly recommend taking a look at the IPG, which I would recommend as well. There's a Judge Core app where you can find it, or if you have MTG Familiar, it's in the Judge section, absolutely. And that's something that I think Jeff Hoogland was talking about. Is it Hoogland? That's how you pronounce his last name? On Twitter. Aether Geode Miner. Okay. Our card, we didn't even see it all last game. Might have come in from sideboard here. Longtusk Cub swinging in, I would assume. Would love to get into a mana on the draw here. Yeah, we're just going to let that happen. So many players aren't aware of the policy rules that can get you game losses or DQ'd at these events, yeah. Hashtag ban Longtusk Cub. Josh. It's like the Smuggler's Copter of Standard right now. Adonto Vanguard again. Again, everything we play loses its life. This is such a hard decision to do here. We're going to have to get a Adonto Vanguard here. And just pass here. What's up, JD? Game 1, we actually won. Game 2, going a little bit rougher for us since we're not getting into mana. It's turn 4, no mana. Absent energy, looks like, yeah. Gonna get some energy for us. This is gonna feed into the Longtusk Cub, so we desperately need a mana for the Thopter Arrest here. Of course, we're gonna block here. And we're just gonna block there to make sure that they get no more energy. Of course, they're gonna blink the miner here. Allowing that attack would have given us the ability to flip Legion's Landing for an extra white mana. However, we probably would have been taking 4 damage. And since it's in the mid game here, I would not like to do that. See, there's the Aether Storm Rock. So tired of hearing the word energy in Standard. Yeah, Elliot, exactly. If we had not blocked, we'd been taking 4 going to 11. So, wow, still no land. That was the gamble I wanted to make there. We're dead thanks to the Aether Rock right here. But yeah, you did. There definitely should have been some sort of energy drain card printed. I know, that's such a weird like situation, Josh. Like, it seems so obvious to me. But I don't know. Like, even somebody in the comments in the Facebook group, if you guys aren't in the Facebook group, there's a link in the description. They were talking about how if they just did a black and X, where it was like target opponent loses, yeah, target opponent loses X life and you and X energy, you gain X life. Exactly, Josh. That thing is like, it seems like such an obvious thing, but for whatever reason, they decided not to do that. There was also the idea of making energy like resolve at the end of the turn, so only having energy for the single turn, which I think is kind of a cool idea as well. But I don't know. Okay. Going to tap here. We're going to take a beating this turn. Getting in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 perhaps. No blocks. As we desperately need a mana. But I feel like we're just dead. 3 cards in our opponent's hand, assuming one of them is a Blossoming Defense. There's the Gonti enchantment that gives you energy when you take damage. Yeah, but not like lose damage. Oh, was that USAC? Yeah. Chef at Dunes. There we go. little too late here, but we're going to definitely go for a Thopter Rest on the Aether Storm here. See if this happens. I would assume so. Blossoming Defense, that's game. Right, let's get into game 3. Just couldn't get into mana. Again, this deck is running 22 lands, and of course Legion's Landing can count as that. But oftentimes it just kind of sits on the battlefield until you die. Which is not fun. Let's see here. See, using a Danto Vanguard here, and he also had in his sideboard 4 Glorybound Initiate, which I'm assuming is going to be flipping the places of a Danto Vanguard. Now that does mean that Dusk to Dawn is going to be less effective for us. But I think in the matchup here, life gain is more important. It is a warrior as well, so Metallic Mimic can name warrior and give it to that, as well as anything the Oketra's Monument makes. I think that's fine. So I'm going to take Dusk to Dawn out and put in Gideon's Intervention and a Cast Out. I think that's fine. Energy's really strong. I think energy is fine mostly, but yeah, having some sort of answer card would be great. I agree. They designed energy as they did poison, giving away a way of interaction to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Solemnity doesn't cut it at all. I think Solemnity is way too slow for the meta. If it was 2 mana, maybe. But, you know, it's still not going to really break anything. People just want to go to game 2 and get Fragmentized or something like that. Play first? Yes. Again, these 2 mana hands. Legion's Landing. It's like I have 2 creatures, so they're 2 mana, and then Legion's Landing, and I feel like I could curve nicely into this, but we'll see what happens. Having 22 lands really makes this a hard deck to play for me. Let's get out of Plains here and get out of Legion's Landing. Best energy counters should be interactive in the same way loyalty counters and Planeswalkers work. That would be nice. Like being able to shoot them with like a strike or something. I feel like if Solemnity had been printed in the same set as Kaladesh, it would be a different story. I mean, Dalton, Solemnity is available right now, and you still see like 50% of the meta still be energy. So I don't think Solemnity is good enough. I think it's too slow. I don't think it's reactive enough. I think it needs to be a 2 mana enchantment instead of a... there we go. Awesome. Instead of a... let's go for a Mimic here. And then we'll name Vampire. That's a very important distinction for us on this play here. If we wanted to go with Vampire or for Warrior. Is Metallic Mimic really worth that much money? Yeah, it's worth a pretty big chunk right now, and that's because it's in a lot of different decks, especially the tribal decks, and just has great on-curve value. It's 2 mana, 2/1. You know, it gives everything else +1/+1s. It's great in the Cat deck. It's great in this deck. It's great in a bunch of different decks, as well as the Construct deck that I made last week. That deck is fun. Energy became too big, and it felt like Solemnity was supposed to be a bandage. Yeah, I can see that. Wow, a pass here. Ooh, no turn 2 play for our opponent. That is good news for us. Let's get out of Plains here. I'm going to go for a Legion Conquistador. Thin our deck a little bit. Sweet. Again, Legion Conquistador is the standard Squadron Hawk right now. Not nearly as good, but I mean, it's, you know, it exists and it's in this deck. Sean, the deck's doing pretty okay. We're getting in here for 3 on turn 3. This is game 3, match 1 against a Abzan energy deck. It's kind of weird. Music is very funky today. This music is from Super Mario RPG, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, link is in the description. You have hype for this deck. There's an Aether Hub, okay. Is there an Attune and then a Long Tusk Cub or a Long Tusk Cub? Okay, Architect. Early play that we can cast out on our turn. I think that is a perfect move for us. It is a 2/3, but it can get out of control quickly, so we're going to get rid of it and then just swing out here Flipping Legion's Landing. Now that does mean we can't use every mechanic to return this because it's now a land. No, it's another permanent. You're right. You're right. So I can actually return this. I wanted to make sure reread that while I said that to be like, am I correct? No, it's wrong. I'm wrong. Gio, you heard me say cat deck. I feel like Legion could be replaced, but I see why it removed. Yeah. Yeah, Legion is pretty good with Mimic down, but without Sanctum Seeker, black-white build. I think Sanctum Seeker is super good. Did you guys see the, I think it was the draft. I think on Saturday, maybe? Maybe it was Sunday. I think it was Saturday. Someone had a Sanctum Seeker with like 7 different vampires out attacking in. That was stupid. It was like one of the best plays I've seen. Let's see. We have a Conquistador here. Let's go to Sheffet Dunes. Now we can attack out here for 3, 7, 8, 9. Right? Wait, no. Yeah, 3, 7, 8, 9. And take him to 1 with Sheffet Dunes. Or we can go wide. Nothing has flash from what I remember. Let's go for it. Let's go ahead and take them to 1. So they're not going to die from this move here, but it's going to severely cripple them. So they need to at least play out 3 creatures next turn, which I doubt they can do. But we'll see what happens. Opponent untapped completely. So is this a Settle the Wreckage? Because they do have white. There it is. Wow. Interesting. Again, that's fine for us because we have a handful of creatures. I really did want to be greedy there and take that play, though. Still have my SNES because I hold on to everything. Never know when you'll hold the gems like that for Foil Grim Monolith. That's nice. Legion doing work? Yes. Legion's always doing work. Do you have a Patreon? I already support Dev from SPMTG and Professor from Tolerian Community College. I want to support you as well. I hold AR-15s for my business and watching TV is my mental escape. Nice. I actually don't. I mean, this is just because this is MTGO Traders because we have like our own website where, you know, we sell like MTGO cards and stuff like that. So that's just through this. If I go off on my own, maybe. But for now, I'm through those guys. So, and it's always fun working through with these guys. Let's get out here. Yeah, we'll just go for a Conquistador. Conquistador looks like. No. Conquistador, Conquistador. Bouncing the, whoop, I meant to say no. Using every mechanic and bouncing the Vanguard, or the Legion's Landing here might be interesting, but let's instead save those guys and just play out another Conquistador. And then pass. We'll be swinging in for 6 next turn. Okay. Pass turn. First Paper Mario is amazing. I would agree with that. Okay, it's 6 for our opponent here. 5 cards in hand. They're being a little bit more defensive here. They got an Aether Harvester out last turn. We do have several ways to get rid of that, thanks to Thopter Arrest, Cast Out, and Ixalan's Binding. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's see what happens here. Aetherstorm Rock, okay. You playing Authority of the Consoles in the deck. It's so annoying to go against if you're aggro. Yeah, not playing any Authority of the Consoles in this deck. Let's see, we could get in for a possible 9 again, but we're going to just do the mechanic here. Blink the Vanguard, or Legion's Landing. Play that out. This is just a way to get a creature and also a Legion's Landing. I think that's fun. I wish Legion Hawk was 2/3. That's probably too good. I can agree with that. Again, we're going to go super wide here. Going to hold on to the last one just in case. We could get in for 6 here. They would block at least 2 or 1 thanks to the rock or the harvester. Most likely would trigger this to block and gain some life. That we'll hold on a turn. And then do a chef at dunes. Mechanic landing, mechanic landing, mechanic landing. Yeah, exactly. It's good. It's a good interaction right there. Livecrafter's Bestiary? Long Tusk Cub coming in here. Opponent has 1 card in hand, so they're basically out of gas. Now, we are, as well, almost out of gas too, but we do have ways to continue to extend the match thanks to Legion's Landing. We'll likely chef at dunes and then just swing for the game here. We'll be getting 3 life thanks to this, so we need to do some mental math this next turn. If we get into a Thopter Arrest, that'd be amazing. Angel Invention. Well, that's even better. That's even better. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, with the Monument in play, you can actually bounce the mechanics between each other until you're out of mana and then just make a bunch of 1/1s. But if you don't have that, you can always use Legion's Landing and get 3. Let's see. Angel Invention would make this, with everybody, a 3/3. Getting for 2/4, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. They block 2, so 3, 6, 3, 6, 9. That should be game. Let's get this out here. Let's make some servos. Now remember, we can use Avery Mechanic to bounce the Angel. But this should be game. Bounce the Angel second main? Exactly, yeah. Okay, they're going to use the 8th Fisher Harvester, gain some life here. I think they're going to survive the turn, but they will have less luck the next turn if they can't handle the Angel second play. But yeah, we'll be bouncing the Angel in main phase 2. Blocking here, blocking here. Yeah, or the 3/3 here. 2, 6, or 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're taking 10, they're gaining 3. They should be at 3, right? Okay, the Long Tusk Cub, they're going to trade. Should be at 3 or dead. Oh, did you spin it on Long Tusk Cub and not the Aether Sphere? So you didn't give lifelink, so you're dead, right? Yeah, you're dead. Oh, they can use 1, okay. I think they're just dead, though. Right? Yeah, they're dead. Woo! Alright, let's go to play lobby here. Nice, we went 2-1. Let's go to match 2. Very spicy. Let's start a match here. Saki like, no, they dead. My IT director just walked and he's like, mono white vampires are garbage. Didn't even know he played. That was awesome. Opening hand. Again, having just 2 mana, we have a pretty decent opening hand here. Would love to get into Okedra's Monument early. If we could. We're on the draw, so I think this is a keep. Gonna hit 6 here. Going up against Gizmothing. I feel like we played against him before. Shaper's Sanctuary. Ooh, okay. It's got a Chef of Dunes here, and then just a Sky Marcher. The total current result right now, we just won 2-1 against a, it looks like Abzan Energy Strategy, and this is match 2. Got into a Thopter Arrest on that draw. I'm going to pass here. My coworkers catch me watching streaming or coverage and laugh about how stupid it is. Then I catch them watching football or baseball and roll my eyes. Exactly, it's the same. I think it's the same. That's my girlfriend. Oh, actually, my now fiance, because I proposed to her on Sunday. She likes, like Steelers and football and stuff, and I like football. I'm not really, I'm just not that huge into it as she is, and it's just funny to like have us be interested in like kind of the same thing but totally different things. Okay, let's see. This is a cat deck. Ooh, let's get a Vanguard. Hey, great to catch the stream again, Taryn. Played against this deck today with my Artifact Hellfire Mechanic deck and got owned. Did get flooded a little, but it was a tough game. Nice. What's up, Steven? Opponent's messaging. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Josh. Yeah, we're almost about to hit 200. I think we might have hit 200 a minute ago, but I hadn't noticed. Way to slip it in there on nonchalant. You're welcome. We're gonna get it for one here. Up against this cat tribal deck here. This will be a lot of fun. My opponent knows that I'm streaming, so no sniping, please. Sniper, no sniping. Taryn has a fiance. Let's get drunk. Man, I'm good. 4 cards in hand, 3 mana on the battlefield for our opponent. Assuming a... Ooh, Pride Sovereign. Okay, I was thinking of the Soup Upward. Bachelor Party stream. Stream your marriage. Thanks for the $2 donation, Magic. We had 2 hundo. Nice! Very cool. So happy to see everything grow. Legion's Landing would be good here, actually, for us. Let's get out Legion's Landing, and then we're going to... this is a 4/4 right now, so it wouldn't be good to get out with the Vanguard. But getting out with the Sky Marcher is fine. We're at 17, so making 4, or hitting in for 4 this turn, I think would be alright since we do have a Thopter Rest in our hand. But if they don't tap out, then I might not use it. Congrats on finding the love of your life. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate that. That was nice. That was so sweet. Okay, opponent's turn here. Again, just to, I'm going to, I guess, say it a couple times during the stream, but I will not be streaming Thursday and Friday of this week. I'm going to a wedding in Florida. So we might be getting some guest streamers over here. But I'll let you guys know if that happens for sure. But yeah, I'll be out of the office for a little bit. Why wouldn't he play that first to get that extra point of damage in? That's strange. Ooh, Plains. Tapped out completely. We're going to go for a Thopter Arrest. Catcher's Monument might have been a good play there as well, because it wouldn't be a Avery Mechanic. But we're going to get rid of a Pride Sovereign here. They do get to draw a card from that. Definitely rooting for the cat deck in this matchup. Oh, you're fine. They gain a lot of life, so... I'll be honest, if I ever realized I was playing with you while you were live streaming, it would be every ounce of my will. It would take every ounce of my willpower not to cheat by tuning into the stream. Opponent streams as well? Nice. Let's see here. We could get in for... Oh. Opponent just said that everyone here is going to make fun of it. Is going to make fun of their punts on chat. And I was like, no, everyone's here actually rooting for you. Let's get in for 3 here to tap the Legion's Landing. Or flip the Legion's Landing. And that might be a mistake for us, based on how much life we have right now. Because a backswing of 4, 5, 6 could be coming. Looks like I feel like they're going to block here, the Adanto Vanguard. But we'll see what happens. Hey, can you flit over the Indestructible? I think I saw that combo. See, we would go to 9 for that, then take 6 the next turn, so we'll have to just let that die. Speaking of punts, why arrest the tapped sovereign? Oh, yeah, I could have got in for 3 there. Are you secretly Liam Neeson? You're right, Josh. That was a weird move for me to pick the one that was tapped instead of the one that wasn't tapped, so we can get in for some damage. Would have been able to keep all our creatures that turn, thanks to that. You're right, Josh. That was the worst play I could have made. Prowling step upward, okay. Be shearing earlier, later this week or next week. Gotcha. Opponent's going to get in for 7 this turn, taking me to 7. Nice, Elliot. Let's see what we got here. Ending turn. So many monuments. Cancel here, actually. We want to use just 1 up, or have 1 up. Let's get a monument out. Let's get an Avery Mechanic out. We're going to make that, and then I think we might flip, or return the Legion's Landing for a land, or for another token, because we can use a Maverick Fane next turn. We're gonna hold up here. This looks like a loss for us, though. Having a 5/5 and a 5/4 here is really tough. So more of the Dusk to Dawns are gonna be coming in from the sideboard here against this matchup. If only the Monument had cycling. Dude, Monument having cycling would be amazing. Lawnmower Man is going to be streaming Thursday, Friday. I just saw that, Anthony. Oh my gosh. I didn't say it was the worst play you ever made, just a little punt. Oh, thanks, Josh. I saw it, I saw that, but I hadn't read it out loud yet. Was reading Elliot's plans for live streaming and stuff, getting in for 5 and 4 here. Let's go for a triple block here. They may have a Blossoming Defense. Let's see what happens. If they don't, then we'll just be taking 5, going to 2. And then next turn playing out the Maverick Fane. There's a defense, yeah. Going to 3 thanks to lifelink here. We'll be making another lifelinker. But yeah, I think this is just a loss badly to us in game 1. But I never saw Monument in play on stream. Was wondering how many there were in the white deck. His list actually had 4 in the main board. So, I'm not sure why he didn't get into it. Chef at Dunes. Let's get out of Legion's Landing. You guys know me, I like playing out the entire match, so we will likely just lose this next turn, but we will be going wide enough to maybe survive the turn. Nice Mortal Kombat shirt. Oh, thanks, man. I like me some Mortal Kombat. I'm more of a Street Fighter guy, personally. Or Guilty Gear. Or that new Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z game. That game looks sweet. You guys know I'm weeb trash. I like the anime. Opponent has 16 life, 4 cards in hand, 4 mana, 5 mana on the battlefield. Here's a Field of Ruin. 2 life for us. We'll be able to survive the turn, but that's probably it. Weird question, does anyone else pick lands based on artists? I personally love the art of Rebecca Gay and Mark Poole. Yeah, I mean, oh, Regal Caracol. We really dead. We're super dead. But yeah, absolutely, Doctor. Ouch. Fighter Z looks good, yeah. Why am I not attacking with Skymarker if I'm not blocking with it? I'll be blocking with this turn. Terran's pet name is Weeboo. Got a 9-9, a 4-4, 3-3, 3-3, and a 6-5. Yeah, we're dead. Not worth it. Not worth it. Double block. We're just going to block here. Go to 3. Opponent is at 30. You get to go from Mighty Leap for the win? Oh, that would be fun if that actually happened. Let's see, we have a Plains here. And nothing else. We're just going to concede and go to game 2. Let me update the graphic here. There we go. Let's get it Dusk to Dawn. Let's get out one Monument. I think Thopter Arrests are going to be a little bit better for us than Cast Outs, because they'll be faster on the play. Let's see. I'm trying to think whether or not it would be worth it to bring in Fragmentize, because I feel like they would have Cast Outs. Let's get rid of a Maverick Fane. And got a Vanguard and a Duskborn. I think that's fine. Also mismatch white border and preferably from starter. Oh, you're talking about land still. I think Sky Marcher is 4-of in this deck. It's just so good with Maverick. Yeah, can jump block flyers. That's true. But I do think he probably wanted to use Legion Conquistador instead for that slot, because it thins your deck, 3 cards. So board wipe against Cats would be sweet. Yeah, we're definitely going to try. Let's get one of these out and put a Vanguard back in. I think that'll be okay. Actually, let's take a Vanguard out and put a Harvester in. We'll try that. This is actually apparently my Cat Tribal 3.0 deck right now. Play first? Yes. Opening hand has 3 lands. This is an automatic keep for me. A Dawn of Vanguard, Mechanic, and a Conquistador. This is a keep. Let's see here. Opponent mulligan to 6 there. Let's get out a Plains here. We don't have a turn 1 play, so we're just going to pass. Turn 2, we'll be getting out the Vanguard. Get 6 here for this. Opponent playing out a Plains here. Look at Sacred Cat play. Okay. Passing. Get out of Plains. Let's get out of Vanguard. If they decide to attack in, of course, we could just do Indestructible and pay 4 life. Or we could just trade. I think paying them 4 life might actually be to our advantage, though. Vanguard and Death Shadow. Interesting idea, actually. Ooh, that is an interesting idea. Because you could pay 4 life whenever. As many times as you need to. Per turn, correct? First time I've seen you play white and not have Fumigate, I guess. Metallic Mimic coming in here. Naming Cats. Decent turn to play here. We're going to Thopter Arrest the Mimic. Let's see if he's going to attack out here. Again, the cat will die. We will lose 4 lives, sadly. But in ways of momentum for us, we'll be doing 3 damage to them next turn as well. I do gain 1 life from that. Let's go for a Scavenger Grounds. Cancel real quick. Let's go for a Thopter Arrest. And arrest the Mimic here. Again, we want to represent the early game advantage. So let's get that and swing in for 3. We want to make sure we get those out underneath the Blossoming Defenses. 4 cards in our opponent's hand. Is there a lifelink / life gain in this deck? Adanto kind of needs it. There is 4 Glory-Bound Initiates in the sideboard, as well as, of course, whenever Legion's Landing makes a 1/1, it's a lifelinker. So that is something to keep in mind. However, I think the Adanto Vanguard is actually supposed to be replaced, or the Legion Conquistador is supposed to be replaced with a Glory-Bound Initiate. So that might be something. However, we just boarded in Dusk to Dawn, so we want to make sure that we have cards that are still lower than 3 toughness in the board. Crushing Canopy, ouch! That's a sideboard card. Let's top deck another Thopter Arrest. That'd be fun, right? Oh, he did! Yes, yes! Very good! Opponent, go. Oh, that was so perfect. So he's wasted 2 turns now. Getting in for 3, you're taking him down to 15. Alrighty. Opponent's turn here, 4 cards in hand. So pro, when you wish for a card, you get it. Yeah, that's usually unlikely for me. Field of Ruin here on the Scavenger Ground. Don't mind that happening at all. Let's grab it. Plains. Terran called shot. Ready for Rivals of Ixalan Tour Pro Tour confirmed. Oh, man. I'm excited for Rivals of Ixalan, though. I really wish, or I hope, that there's going to be a lot of great Merfolk cards in the next set. I really want Merfolk to perform really well. Let's get a Monument out here. We have 3 Avery Mechanics, so Monument's going to do a ton of work this next turn. Let's get in for 3 here. They're going to block here. That's fine. We'll just be... Ooh, no blocks. Okay. I would think they would want to block, but I guess not. Huh. They want that life gain back, maybe. Or they have a Caracol in hand for the +1/+1 next turn. But we have the mechanics there, so we can begin bouncing the mechanics between each other for the Oketra Monument 1/1s. So, happy about that. Terran is the heart of the cards. My friend Joey! And Taya. There's the Caracol. Cast out. Is that for the Monument? If you cast out the Monument, I'm going to be angry. You cast out Thopter Arrest? Oh, misplayed. Oh, you've activated my trap card. They really want to get their board kind of started here. I can respect that, but I think the Monument should have been the cast out trigger there. Terran, even with just Silvergill, I feel like there's enough good Merfolk for it to be a decent deck. I think so too, but I do think that we really need a Merfolk Lord, and I don't want it to be Metallic Mimic. Let's see here, Plains. Okay, here we go. We're going to yield to that. Alright, so that's coming into play, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to bounce between the mechanics and make a bunch of 1/1s. So we're going to say no to this one. Let's see. Yeah, no to this one. And then yes to this one. So what's going to happen is we're going to bounce between the 2 mechanics, and every time we cast it, we make a 1/1. So we say yes here. Bounce this one. Recast. Makes us a 1/1. So many tokens, yeah. Making another 1/1 here. Say yes. We'll bounce this one. And then let's say one more time. Again, cast trigger. This comes to the battlefield. And then we'll say yes and bounce this one. There we go. And then let's just get in for 3 here because we have no problem chump blocking for days. I summon the Carrot of the Deep. Oh man, 1/1 Merfolk. Got in for 3 there. Did not block because I want the Metallic Mimic to survive. Opponent now at 10. Could see a Jaguar kind of cat in Ixalan. I haven't lost all hope yet. That would be actually cool if they had some. Okay. Okay, looking into the standard combo with the Danto Vanguard, it's kind of stupid. What is the combo here there, Rod? Can you explain that? Pride Sovereign coming in here. It's going to be a 5/5 automatically. Opponent is at 10. Again, we can basically make 4 1/1s every single turn here. They're not going to attack out, I assume. They'll want to hold up blocks. 2 cards in hand from our opponent. No green mana, so if we have a Thopter or Rest or Cast Out, we can definitely use that this next turn. I feel like that's pretty good. I think with Adept and Branchwalker, Merfolk will break through. I think so too, but again, I think we just really need a decent Lord. I think Vanquisher's Banner's good, but it's just kind of slow to me. Here's a Scavenger Grounds. I think using a Legion's Conquistador is pretty fair right here first, and then doing 3 mechanic triggers is fun. Let's do this to thin our deck and try and get, yes. Try and get these out real quick. No problem. And then we'll just be bouncing from now on. Just super dumb. Yes. Bounce that one. Going really wide, really quickly. Now they may have some Fumigates in the main board or some Settle the Wreckage in the main board now thanks to sideboarding. So we do want to keep that in mind. So we want to make sure that doing this turn over turn, we can keep up some pressure. Rod, well, it's very stupid. So yes, we'll get this every mechanic back. And then let's just attack out here. We have blockers for days. I have no problem attacking out. No problem with the Danto Vanguard dying this turn as well. He will likely be blocked by the 5/5, and then he'll just take 4. Now these guys have Vigilance, so remember they can attack and block. Gonna sacrifice a Sacred Cat there. No problem. Opponent at 8 life. Now a Regal Caracol would mess up our kind of triggers right now, but if we can get into a Cast Out or a Dusk to Dawn, I think that would be fine. Just attack with Vigilant tokens. We could do that too, yeah. We need Merfolk, Pirates, Vampire, Dinosaurs, Dinosaur, Pirates, Vampire, Merfolk, and Massive Legendary. Oh, man. So get in for 4 here. We're going to block here. Not sure why they did that. Unless they have a Regal Caracol play here. No plays. Strange. We have Dusk here. I think we're going to hold on to that for a turn. What's up, JD? We're going super wide with these mechanics. So they may be holding something up for a Cast Out on an Avery mechanic. So let's get that out first and see what happens. Of course, we have 2 or 3, so we can continue to do what we want. Yes. Let's do a Legion Conquistador here. What I'm basically doing is I'm trying to read that they have a Fumigate or something like that. No. Let's go into combat here. Let's see if they have a Settle. Yeah, Josh, exactly. Dusk wins unless they have a Settle. So if they have a Settle here, we'll just play out the Conquistador. Looks like a Settle the Wreckage. There it is. Let's just get all of our lands out of our deck. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for thinning our deck to just things we like. Let's see, this one? Whoop. That one? Main phase 2, let's get a Legion Conquistador out. Our board is still wide, and let's see what our opponent's going to say here. He's like, I think you got me next turn. Well, you did just settle for like, 6 or 7 right there. Yeah, so we have the ability to make even more tokens, so... We have 12 men on the battlefield thanks to that Settle the Wreckage. Fun. March of the Drowned become the best card of Ixalan. March of the Drowned, maybe? There's a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Another Lifecrafter. 0 cards in hand. They're completely tapped out. We can't win next turn. We can Dusk and then see. We can get in for 7 next turn. Let's go for a Mimic here and then just name Warrior. Opponent, what are you saying? He's like, live another turn in top deck. We're going to make a bunch of 2/2s now thanks to the mechanics here. He got scries now. He does have scries for days, that's true. Name Warrior. Alright. So now we just play the mechanic over and over again, and then Legion Conquistador at the end. Yeah, Mimic Call Warrior. How about that Pro Tour? It's fun. We're playing a deck from it right now. Yes. This one. All right. That hits. Yes. This one. We might just go to time. I don't know. Really got to play it as quickly as we can. But going wide is fun. And this is a mechanic that's been known for a while. It's just it really works like super well in this deck. And thanks to Settle the Wreckage, it's just crazy. Opponent. Alternate win condition, time casting 1/1s. Let's say yes to that. Bounce. Okay. Again, we continue to do this. We're making 2/2s now, so opponent finally went. I'll yield to that. Yes, yes. All right, one more time. After this one. Yeah, the tokens are also getting 1/1 counters thanks to the Mimic here. And remember, we continue to bounce these two to get the reaction to get the cast trigger, but we're not going to play both of them out at the same time. So we're going to play out the Legion Conquistador last, just in case they have a Fumigate or something like that, so we can continue our method. So let's get in for 2, 4, 6, 7. Opponent wants to distract you with chatting. Yeah. Let's see, opponent can't exert because they have nothing to tap here. So they could just block. We are representing lethal, so he has to block something. Okay, blocking there. He's going to take 3, go to 5. And he's going to hope that he top decks into either a Caracol maybe, or a Fumigate, or a Settle. Either way, he's got 2 scry triggers here he can use. So I feel like he's just dead. But if he gets into another settle, it does elongate the match here. He did win game 1 though, so we need to make sure that we're aware of our time for game 2, or game 3 rather. We have 12 minutes left. Got into a draw here. He didn't get anything. Nice! Nice! Let's go into game 3. Let me update the, there we go. I think we're fine, actually. We could bring Gideon's Intervention in instead of a Ixalan's Binding and name the Pride Sovereign. I think that would be funny. Besides that, I think we're good. Let's submit. Don't swing with everyone until next turn. Nah, Josh, it's okay. We don't have a lot of time left now, so we need to make sure that we're making the most of it for our game 3. Opening hand has a Binding, Vanguard. This is not good. Let's mulligan here. 3 lands, a Mimic, a Thopter Arrest, and a Sky Marcher. I think this is fine. Let's keep this. And what do we get into? Opponent mulligan to 6 as well. We got into a Gideon's Intervention. I think that's hilarious. Let's put that on top. And they're on the play. You'll catch those price spikes. Yeah, Angel Invention. I think if you guys saw the MTGO Finance video that Chaz made on the channel, it spiked to like I think it spiked like 7 tickets or something like that. It's crazy. Let's get out. Oop, not this card. Let's get out a Sky Marcher here, and then we're gonna pass. Just gaming the stream, what happened so far. We went 2-1 against an Abzan Energy deck, and now we're up against a green-white Cat Tribal deck. And this is game 3 out of match 2, so I hope to win this one. Be really nice for us. Let's see, Metallic Mimic here is going to be the play. And we're going to name, we can name Vampire here. I think that's fine. That's kind of a difficult choice to make there. Let's get in for 1 here. They're going to get in for 2 on the attack, though. 3 man is almost auto, or 3 land hand is almost auto keep. I would agree with that. Taking them down to 19, and we're going to go into 18. Angel is 16 in MTGO, 12 in paper. Crazy. I think it's just the stock right now. Everyone's trying to get to the stock because it like Angel Invention has bounced around a lot right now, thanks to Godfrey's gift from the previous Pro Tours. Adorn Pouncer. But it really shined this Pro Tour with all the Godfrey's gift decks. As well as this deck. It has 3 of them in it. Adorn Pouncer coming in as a 2/2. Nice. So we'll be Thopter arresting the Adorn Pouncer there. And getting in for 3. They might have a Crushing Canopy. That would suck. Angel's more on MTGO than paper? Yeah. It very rarely happens. Last point, and the only reason is usually because of stock value, like inventory. But it can spike sometimes. Down to 16 for our opponent. Thopter Rest might have been the better play to pick the Mick there, but I think we should be fine if we can continue to curve out nicely. I'd like to get into probably a mana here and play Gideon's Intervention. Livecrafter's Bestiary, that's good for us because they're wasting a turn doing nothing. They're going to hold up a Mimic there and not attack. Wow, they are going to attack, okay. I would think they would want to trade with the other Mimic, which I would be willing to do. Got into a Plains here. Let's get out another Mimic. We're going to hold up a Gideon's Intervention until they get a real threat out. Name Vampire. And then when Maverick Fane comes out, it's going to be a 4/4. Let's get in for 3. This is going to be a pretty good beats match here. I remember being annoyed I pulled a bunch of Kaladesh and pulled like 4 or 5 Angels. Glad I didn't dump them. Yeah, they're worth something now. Azcanta, €9. Good thing I pulled those during my display for my display. Gotcha. Yeah, Vraskit's price really jumped up thanks to the Sultai energy stuff. Well, they were a few bucks. They've jumped quite a bit. So, usually after a Pro Tour, everything spikes, and then give it a week, it'll probably drop back down. Usually, I would say give it like the next Pro Tour. But I think energy's not going to go anywhere for until it rotates. So, the pieces of the energy deck and the Godfrey's Gift deck, I think, are going to be pretty much relevant until rotation, unless Rivals brings in something that just destroys the Godfrey's Gift strategy or the energy strategy. Getting 2 cats here. Opponent could attack out, but I doubt it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. We draw into Avery Mechanic. Now, we could use Gideon's Intervention here and name Adorned Pouncer. I think that might be fun. But I think Maverick Fane here is what we want to play out first. And we'll just attack out with the 1/1 in the air, because we do get the trigger here. Makes it 3/3 automatically, lifelinker, which is fantastic for us. And yeah, I think that's good to go. Pouncer's going to do a lot of damage coming in here. Jay's still dropping, yeah. Azcanta did go down, yeah, because of the lack of control decks in the top 8. Although the control was in there, it just wasn't as heavy as the energy decks. Energy isn't going anywhere, but I would wait on the Godfrey gift pieces. I don't know. I think that's one of the... it constantly keeps showing up in Pro Tours as the deck to, be shown, but it never like, wins one, and I think that's... that doesn't mean the deck is bad by any means. I think it's still a great deck. And people are boarding out at Braids for different things. So, it just really depends, I think it's a great deck. Gideon's Intervention for Pride Sovereign here. I think that's probably the play. He did not attack that turn. Interesting. Let's see. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. The only control deck was Jeskai Approach, and nobody should play that deck. Dude, I watched that matchup against was it a Teamer Energy deck? And I was just like, I mean, I don't like energy, but I also don't want it losing to an Approach deck. Let's see. Gideon's Intervention on Pride Sovereign seems like the play here. Also, your webcam is slightly shaking whenever you move, and it looks kind of weird. Yeah, the webcam is connected to my desk, and I'm touching my desk whenever I'm playing, so I'm probably going to have to mount it somewhere else so it doesn't shake during the live streams. As I had the green screen before, you didn't notice the shaking, so that's why you're noticing it now. Let me go for a Gideon's Intervention. But thanks for pointing that out, Zacketing. I appreciate it. And we're going to name Pride Sovereign here. Approach is filthy. I think Approach is one of those things that Wizards put in thinking it was going to be a joke, and then was just like, no, it's a thing now. Let's see, Pride Sovereign. We're going to get in with your 3/3 and the 1/1 in the air to make sure we make another 3/3. Opponent might be going, oh, I think I've got you. There we go, making another 3/3 here. We could have attacked out with a 4/4, but again, the Adorned Pouncer could have killed it, so I'm assuming the Adorned Pouncer is going to be blocking the 3/3 here, and then they'll be reanimating if they hit 5 mana on their turn. I'm really just doing this for some life gain if we don't get a block from an Adorned Pouncer. Bursting Hydra being super cheap and never having any really value is always shocked to me, yeah. It's been amazing for over a year. Yeah, it's one of those cards that's I think it's in every single one of those decks, and it just doesn't, ever go up in price, and it's so strange. Losing against double approach is even more annoying from Blind Flipping Delver. Yeah. Going to 5 here. They could have done the Adorned Pouncer. I don't know why they didn't do that. Would have made a 4/4 double striker. Or actually a 5/5 thanks to the Mimic. Do they have the Caracol, I'm assuming, now? 3 cards in hand. Caracol or Cast Out? Ixalan's Binding. They're going to Ixalan's Binding the Intervention? Is that what they're picking? Or Maverick Fane? The Intervention. Gotcha. I think that's a mistake. I think they should have got the Maverick Fane there. But that's me. Also would have kept up a white if we wanted to use Sovereign Exert ability. They only have 1 creature with a lifelink on their side of the field, which we can definitely block, so... Interesting play to me. Opponent doesn't seem to know that Pride Sovereign can still block even if it doesn't deal damage. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that either. I think they think it just shuts it down. Opponent at 5 minutes or less. They passed. Wow. Okay. Scavenger Grounds. Okay. I'm really confused now. We could do an Avery Mechanic on the Mimic here, bouncing it. And playing it out again to make it a 3/2. That's not really a big deal to me. I think attacking out here like this is still safe, obviously. Make a 3/3 here. They're going to make some cats. They can't make the cats because they didn't tap their mana correctly, so... Again, I think the play is just block with the Sovereign and then block with the Pouncer and kill it, and then reanimate it. Not sure what my opponent's doing. Return Duskborn to your hands to make it a 3/3. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll attack first, and then we'll do that. That's a good idea. You have a point. Three flyer, way more important. So he just blocked the Sovereign and a cat. Okay. Yeah, we'll recast this as a 3/3. Apparently the opponent doesn't know Pride Sovereign can produce tokens. Well, he does. He needs white mana, though. He doesn't need green mana. He needs 1 white mana. And he tapped his mana incorrectly for Ixalan's Binding there, so that really set him back. I think we still win, even if we, even if he animates a Sacred Cat next turn. We could attack out and still kill him, I believe. Well, if he makes a Sacred Cat, it's going to be 2 life, right? But he would still die before the life hit. So he's just dead. Unless he has a Caracol play. There it is. Making a 4/4 and then 2 3/3s, correct? Because of the Metallic Mimic. Yep. Token strategy all day. No attacks? I'm so confused with this no attack situation. We have a Plains here. I feel like wasting the Scavenger Grounds to not make sure that cat doesn't come back. We could have done that during the Adorned Pouncer play here. I think just attacking out with the Sky Marcher is fair, though, because we do make a 3/3. We do get in 4/3 in the air, setting them to 6, making sure that they attack me. I think that's fair. Does anyone else have the issue of pulling some commons and uncommons rare than rare/foils? I mean, that's kind of been a thing since, I guess, Kaladesh, right? Like, since Aether Revolt with Fatal Push. Pulled 2 Rootbound Crags before I pulled the second entire Fleet Hoarder. That's always been kind of like a thing. It's like some of these uncommons can sometimes seem like they're rarer than the actual rares in sets. Especially if you need to get like a playset of them, like a Fatal Push or something like that. Cats are lazy creatures. Attacking seems exhausting. I could see that. Is this another Pride Sovereign coming in? Again, this Pride Sovereign is a 9/9 lifelinker, so we really need to get into a Dusk to Dawn as soon as possible. Of course, it would kill our Maverick Fane and our 3/3s, but why would you do that? I'm so confused by that play. He should have just attacked. Yeah, we're gonna make a 1/1 here, which makes it 3/3. Fatal Push is amazingly rare, yeah. Cats attack when they're staying ready. You're not the boss then. That's true, I'm not. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent is going to gain an ungodly amount of life this coming turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We're going to get in for 3, but we're going to be not behind. I think we're going to go to time, basically, because of how much lifelink they have on the board. 20 seconds off the clock, the cats finally attack. I can see that happening. Opponent is at 3, so he has to attack or have a cast out for the Duskborn. Everything has lifelink on his side of the board. He can gain a possible, what, 24, 36, 9, 12, 36, 40, 46. He can gain a possible 46 life if he attacks out with everything. Just play fastest game will end on time. Gideon's intervention is... Oh, they're going to name Duskborn? Is that what they're going to do? Oh my gosh, really? Aver Mechanic? Why would you... Okay. That makes no sense to me. Oh, I guess for the casting triggers, that's fine. But I have no cards in my hand, so I can't do that little bounce trick we were doing. Getting out for a bunch of 3/3s here. I'm happy to trade the 3/3s with the 3/3s. But we'll be going to time since our opponent only has 2 minutes left. Yeah, that's fine. It's interesting how can 1 mana 1/1 steal games. Yeah, it's fun. Dusk to Dawn is right here. Opponent is at 27 life. Let's see, they have 2, 3 blockers. We actually have enough mana for both, too. We're going to flip Legion's Landing. That's all I was trying to do there. But we'll be going to time. It doesn't really matter, but this was a super fun game. We only had 2 matches today, too, because they've been so long. Blocking there. Doing some damage. Let's go with some Dusks. There we go. And that should be it for the match, or for the game, or for the turn. Okay. Now we can make 2/2s for days now, so opponent has 2 cards in hand. I feel like we still have the upper hand here. Thought Fragmentize is going to make a Pouncer come back, meaning he can't eternalize his Pouncer from the graveyard. Nissa! Whoa! Nissa! Okay. Alright. Interesting. Gonna bring back Ryu Caracol to their hand. Yeah, then they just have Nissa die this turn, right? We draw into a Plains here. Let's see. That would be everyone, correct? Yeah. Let's do Dawn here. see, we could do a Maverick Fane here. Attack Nissa. Create a 1/1. Or a 2/2 rather. Opponent has 1 minute. I have 2 minutes 43 seconds. Gonna block with the Pouncer there, killing the Mimic. Again, we have a Mimic in our hand. We could have played the Dawn before or after the combat step there, but I really wanted to get that 2/2 out. Oh, we have Gideon's in... Oh, that's right. Intervention. I'm dumb. Josh, you're right. Our opponent's still going to time, but that was a misplay on my part. You're right. Caracol, okay. Can't believe I did that. So much has gone on in this game. Opponent has 30 seconds. 30 seconds to live. This has been fun, though. I really enjoy these token strategies. Cats especially. They're just so much fun to play with. We have Legion's Conquistador here. Let's get out a Mimic first. Name Vampire. Play a Conquistador. Sure, yes. Let's get these out. Okay. Let's get another Conquistador. I think that's fine. Nope. And then we can pass. I think ultimately we would probably win thanks to what we have in our deck with enchantments. But this would be a really hard match overall. Another Caracol. Ooh. Okay. That makes everything 3/3s. Without Mimic. A pass. Okay. Opponent has 15 seconds on the clock. We have an Ixalan's Binding. They didn't use Nissa there for some reason. We could go with an Ixalan's Binding here. 2 cards in hand. Let's see if they have a Blossoming Defense. They do not. Let's go with a Conquistador as well. And then a Sky Marcher. What's opponent just messaged to me. This was fun. Oh, I agree. Let's see what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. You can try at Nissa here, but they won't make it. But this gives us some 2/2s. Conquista window? You make a better Conquistador than Conquista window. Oh, man. That was fun. They went to time. They had Cast Out and Sheffet Dunes. We had a Conquistador. What we would have drawn into? Metallic Mimic and a Binding, as well as a Maverick Fane. Gotcha. Well, that was a ton of fun. Oh, man. That was awesome. Goodness gracious. But I think we're about out of time for today's stream. Hope you guys had fun. If you liked the stream, of course, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell right beside the subscription button to know when we go live on the stream and when we upload a new video on the channel. I'll be posting a deck tech on this hopefully today or tomorrow morning. But yeah, hope you guys had a good time. I had fun, and oh man, tokens, man, they're always fun to play with. They do go long in the matches, just like control decks. But this was a fun 2-0 out of 2 matches. Went all 3 games too, so I liked it a lot. I think Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan in the future are just going to make Vampires that much better. So you guys enjoy it. Remember, I won't be streaming Thursday and Friday. I'll be going to a wedding in Florida. But we might have some guest streamers. You never know. But I appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you guys around. All right. Have a good day.